What's happening, world? YouTube world, this your boy J-Indianajones, Mr. J-Indianajones, J-Indy Intellect, Mr. J-Indy Intellect with another video today. Today's video will just be on definitions. This is titled 12 Definitions of the Year, or I might name it that, I don't know. But this is 12 definitions that I feel that are essential for people to know and to understand coming for the next years to come. These will be good definitions to help you now as far as for your research goes, and it's just pretty handy to know these things. So I'm gonna start off with number one, DARPA. It's pretty simple. DARPA is Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. So yeah, that's definition number one for you. Number two, we got Morgellons. And or Morgellons. I don't know how they really pronounce Morgellons. But they are where they are the informal name of self-diagnosed unconfined skin condition. You can look up Morgellons to see what they're really doing to you, though. Just type it in, Morgellons. Yeah, that was number two. Sorry, long day, so bear with me. Number three, we got nanotech. What is nanotech? Nanotechnology, the branch of technology that deals with dimensions and tolerance of less than 100 nanometers, especially the manipulation of individual atoms and molecules. And that's just one term for nanotechnology. It's a lot of different, you can just say definitions of terms for it. So go ahead and look up nanotechnology or nanotech and check that out. Number four, we have smart, also known as intelligent dust, but smart dust. It is a collection of micro electromechanical systems forming a simple computer in a container of light enough to remain suspended in air. Used mainly for information gathering in environments that are hostile to life. Smart dust. Let's take a look into that. Get your research on about your smart dust. Number five, we have directed energy weapons, aka DEW. DEW. Directed energy weapons is a ranged weapon that damages its target with highly focused energy, including lasers, microwaves, and particle beams. Potential applications of this technique that target personnel, missiles, vehicles, and optical devices. DEW, directed energy weapons. Take a look into that. There's been a lot of that going on recently. I'm going to just say that much about it. So then we hop over to our seventh definition, and that would be, our sixth definition, and that would be smart cities. Smart cities. Smart cities is an urban area that uses different types of electronic Internet of Things. Then they had in parentheses a lowercase l, lowercase o, and then a capitalized T, like lot, but with a capital T. So it could have been low T. I don't know. But collect data and then use these data to manage assets and resources efficiently. And again, smart city is an urban area that uses different types of electronic Internet of Things sensors to collect data and then use this data to manage assets and resources efficiently. Then our next definition, I believe this would be 6, because smart city, 5, 6, smart cities was 6, so this should be 7. And this is electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation is a kind of radiation including visible light, radio waves, gamma rays, and X-rays, in which electric and magnetic fields vary simultaneously. And that's what you would call electromagnetic radiation. our, what was that? That was 7. So our 8th definition will be spectrum. Spectrum is a band of colors as seen in a rainbow produced by separation of the components of light by their different degrees of region according to wavelength. And that will be one of the definitions of spectrum. You'll see where I'm getting at. And then we have our next definition. I don't even know if it's 12 of them, but we just still rock with it if it's 12 or not. I just did 8. So this will be 9. And this is frequency band. Frequency band is an interval in a frequency domain by a lower frequency and an upper frequency. The term may refer to a radio band or an interval of some other spectrum. And that's frequency band. Then we have our 10th word here, and that is radio spectrum. Radio spectrum is the part of the electromagnetic spectrum with frequencies from 30 hertz to 300 gigahertz. Now we have 11. 11 is electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum is the range of frequencies of electromagnetic radiation and their respective wavelengths and photon energies. So notice how I touched on electromagnetic radiation, I touched on spectrums, I touched on frequency bands, I touched on radio spectrum, and I touched on electromagnetic spectrum. So then when we go to our 12th definition, that would be 5G. 5G, what is 5G? Well, we know 5G stands for fifth generation. It's the 5th generation. But what it also do is 5G carries information wires through the electromagnetic spectrum, specifically through the radio spectrum. Within the radio spectrum are varying levels of frequency bands, some of which are used for 5G data. So that would be parts of what your 5G is. Notice it includes electromagnetic radiation, and it includes the spectrum, it includes frequency band, it includes radio spectrum, it includes electromagnetic spectrum. All together, look up electromagnetic radiation and look what it does to the human body, and then you will get a little bit better understanding of what's going on and why these definitions are pretty much important. I think they're important because it's things that you should know that you won't learn unless you go look up. It is very rare for you to get this information just by going to your regular schooling. Like, this will have to be special classes or somebody needing this integrated in the company or business, and you read the manual to see. But as far as that, these definitions you just not gonna get out of nowhere, so it's best that you look them up. But that's all I got for y'all at this moment. I might be going on again with another video, possibly talking about 5G some more. Since they're rolling it out, it's just important to talk about it as much as we can, because this is our new world. But your boy J-Indyanajones got some stuff to handle. I'm over and out. Talk to y'all. Peace and love. Deuces.